Jambo, welcome again to our Okoa Uchumi podcast. Your host is James Mongai. I want to welcome you again, where we have conversations that relate with young people. Hapa ndio tunakuanga na mazungumzo about young people, about policy, about budget, about public participation. Na leo tuko na topic nyingine tamu sana, from protest to policy. Tunajua tukirudi flashback kidogo, year 2024, on June 25th, we saw how young people went to the street chanting that they don't want the finance bill. Na story mingi zika happen, we've been seeing the ongoing protest, but kuna solution ya hizi. So conversation leo ni mwananchi rada about protest to policy. Leo tuko na wageni, you need to know wanaitwa nani, wametoka wapi, na shughuli zao zinakuwaga zikifanya gani. So I want to welcome my very rich panel. Tusikie wanaitwa aje ndio we can start our conversation. Welcome sir.
Kwa majina naitwa Prince Brian Kamau. Ninatoka Kiambu County. Mimi ni Gen Z. Mimi nilikuwa mmoja wao wenye walikuwa kwa street mbaya sana.
Yes.
Both from last year hadi this year.
Indeed.
And even before that, I think kidogo tu sana though.
Yes.
I am a product of a couple of organizations.
Yes.
One of these organizations that I represent here is called Y10.
Yes.
Y10 inamaanisha Youth Training and Empowerment Network.
Yes.
Hii ni kikundi kisicho cha kiserikali pale area ya Karori yenye ina deal na maneno ya youth empowerment, yes, giving the youth a voice, yes, and showing them that there is better. More than that, I work with a community radio pale area ya Karori, inaitwa Dereti FM. Pale tunapiga gumzo kama hizi zenye ziko hapa kwenye Okoa Uchumi podcast,
yes,
za kuelimisha wananchi, kuambia maneno yenye inaendelea, yes, bringing even stakeholders to the place, and having conversations with them. More than those two organizations, I am also a volunteer from Bunge Mashinani Initiative.
Yes.
Hii ndio sasa mother of all pale kwetu.
Yes.
Juu imetetemesha kabisa.
Ndiyo.
To a point at a county level, Bunge Mashinani is very well vast.
Yes.
I am very happy kukuwa hapa
to
engage na hii conversation.
Yes.
And tupige gumzo tuone venye iko, si ndio?
Asa tumkaribishe mkurugenzi wetu Rastaman. Welcome. Tuambie unatoka wapi, unadu nini, shughuli zako ni zipi, na pia profile yako kidogo.
Wanasemaga top shotter. Top shotter. All right. Kwa majina naitwa Moshori John.
Yes.
I'm a son of this beautiful country.
Yes.
I've come from different places.
Yes.
I have a background in different counties.
Yes.
I'll start where I was born and raised.
Yes.
I'm from born and raised from Trans Nzoia, pale kona Tembea. Raised there,
yes,
till class 8.
Yes.
Went to school in Kwale.
Yes.
Coast.
Yes.
My parents kidogo lived in Kilifi,
yes,
right? I came to Nairobi, yes, right?
Yes.
Now I'm a voter and I work in Kiambu. So unaweza imagine I represent county ngapi nikikaa hapa.
Kabisa.
So when I sit here, I represent the young people of this country.
Yes.
What I do, I'm a program coordinator in one of the organizations in Kiambu. Yes. As my colleague here stated, Bunge Mashinani.
Yes.
I'm the program coordinator.
Yes.
And also I'm a youth mobilizer.
Yes.
Within the country and within my community.
Yes.
And also I'm a civic educator.
Ni
jambo gani ingine? Na pia mimi ni mfanya biashara. Huko ndo mimi nafanya kukimu familia yangu.
Ndio.
But when I come to this space of civil society,
yes,
most of the part I volunteer my services.
Yes. Quite nice introduction. As I said, we had a very rich panel. Yes. Community organizer, community mobilizer.
Yes.
So let's say, turudi nyuma kidogo, tuliona protest zenye zili happen last year, 25th June 2024. Vijana walitokea pale, they were a rallying call that they were saying reject finance bill. Now so many things happens. Sijui as a community organizer, how do you organize these young people? How do you do your setup to have a common goal to push what you want?
And I think in retrospect tunatoka place yenye sasa sisi ndio tuko at a position, at the best position,
Yes.
ya kuongea about whatever is actually going on in our communities in relation to the actual theme of our conversation today.
Yes.
Tukirudi nyuma kidogo last year, kuna vitu kadhaa nataka kutaja when it comes to organization.
Yes.
Organization iko na a lot of aspects to it.
Yes.
One, kuna wale watu wenye unaorganize. They are a factor to consider. Ikue ni the young people in our community, ikue, unaona kuna zile factors zenye una consider. Ukiorganize young people na venye utaorganize our mothers,
yes.
Sipendi kuita wa mama, our mothers, itakuwa two different organizations, unaona.
Yes.
So one, especially with last year, our first and major organization point of initiation ilikuwa kupatia vijana, kupatia the young people the correct information on what was going on. Alright? Na hapa sasa ndio watu walianza kufunguka macho, wakaanza kujua, na especially hii ilikuwa ile time yenye tulikuwa tunaongea kuhusu the conversation about the finance bill. Ilikuwa inakuja pia, unajua finance bill inakuja na budget, inakuja na all those conversations za pesa. So the first point ilikuwa kupatia our young people the correct information on what was going on. And last year's finance bill was the initiation of this conversation. Tunaweza jadiliana, nikwambie hii inaendelea hivi, wewe uniambie hapana, mimi venye nilisoma inasema hivi, and we compare our ideas and notes na tuone where we are colliding and what is the truth. All right? From there, we had to engage with the stakeholders, the relevant stakeholders. Relevant stakeholders ni hao watu wenye tunakonga tumepea kazi. Watu wenye tunakonga tumepea kazi ni the administration, the political class, you know, watu wenye tulichagua sisi wenyewe tukawapatia hii job, tukampatia mandate, tukamwambia sisi juu hatuwezi jaa sisi wote bunge, for example.
Yes,
juu hatuwezi jaa sisi wote bunge.
Yes.
The over 100,000 people in my constituency, tukampatia mtu mmoja mbunge wetu and to represent kwenye parliament. You understand?
Yes.
So before hata watu wengi ko protest, before, na by the way sijui kwa nini watu husema tu kuhusu June 25th. Before June 25th, the organization work was still going on. Hiyo kazi ya kuengage na community bado ilikuwa inaendelea. Hizi ni vitu zilianza back in February venye wali table the finance bill and the budget initially. You understand?
Yes.
So engaging with the stakeholders, kuambia tumeona hii finance bill imekuja, tumeona kuna vitu mzuri hapo ndani, na pia tumeona kuna vitu zenye hatutaki. Hizi ndizo vitu zenye tumeona. What we think as young people, tunaona hizi ni mzuri, hizi sio mzuri. Okay?
Yes.
Sasa kutoka hapo ndio uliona kulikuwa na ile session ya salamu. Unakumbuka? Session ya salamu ilikuja wakati yenye sasa umejaribu kuengage mbunge wako. Umejaribu kuenda hadi kwenye ofisi yenyu. Unajua watu wanaitanga ofisi ya mheshimiwa, si ya mheshimiwa, ni ofisi yenyu.
Yes.
Inakuanga ofisi ya your constituency. After mumeenda kwa hii ofisi, mumepeana maoni, we understood and we saw what happened next. The considerations of the people were not put into, they were not even considered. Whatever people actually put up across as their thoughts, as their, whatever they shared in their memos, haikukuwa considered at all.
Actually, now I want to get it. So people went to the street. They said, we don't want this. Then it was not put to consideration.
Okay.
I want to put you on hold there. Ndio, sasa na there is what I got from the introduction. Organizing, mobilizing.
Mobilizing, yeah.
People went to the street. And he's quite saying, well, that their thoughts, their petition, their cry was not heard. Then how do you mobilize these people? Kwani tunaenda tu kwa street without a certain proper way? Is it a must we have to go to the street for our grievances to be heard?
A good one. How did we start? How did we get to mobilize even ourselves? How did I get also to mobilize myself to take part?
Yes.
First thing, we identified the problem. And the problem, as my brother is putting across,
Yes.
it is that the people that we put in this position to represent us
Yes.
were not representing us according to the constitution. There goes a problem.
Yes.
I remember tukiwa kwa street ndo tulisikia ati wamepiga yes. Tukiwa kwa street tukimarch kwa bunge ndo tukasikia ati wamefanya nini, wamepitisha hiyo finance bill. trust you me, my brother, ile vitu ili turn out kwa ground ilikuwa different sana. Because already we had identified a problem, tukasema hawa waheshimiwa who are supposed to listen to us are not listening to us. Then tukaset agenda. Agenda ilikuwa kufanya nini? Kufika parliament. Unaniget? Na haikuwa kufika parliament kuchoma. Whatever inspired ndo ikachomeka, it is a different story.
Yes.
Ilikuwa tuende to occupy pale nje ya parliament. Na tuanze kupiga kelele wajue tuko nje ya ku reject finance bill. Actually tulikuwa tunaenda pale nje kusema reject finance bill. Wasikia that those people who put them in those position are out here giving them direction.
Yes.
Because remember, prior to that kulikuwa na public participation, but we were not listened. And that's why we came up and tukasema that wanastahili ku reject. Kwani tulisemea wapi wanastahili ku reject?
Yes.
Through those public participation.
Yes.
But also you need to put to know that even going to demonstration is a form of public participation.
Yes.
True.
All right?
So even going to the street
It is a form of public participation. So that is how we tend to organize ourselves to go to the street, to identify a problem and to set an agenda.
Yes. Can I get this? Sasa amesema, before you went to the street, there was public participation.
Yeah.
So they never listened to what you guys told them.
Come on.
Now they never, so that's why you went to the street. Again, what I got from you going to the street, then there's nothing that they never listened to you. So is it the street kona shida ama ni kujipanga? Ama do we have to only go to the street for us to get? Are there other ways, better ways that we can engage with our duty bearers to see if we can influence? Kama tunaenda maandamano, tunawaambia tutaki hivi. Kwanza tulienda public participation, tukasema, tukatoa maoni, hawakusikia, ikafika that last stage tukasema tuende kwa street. Mkasema mmeenda, watu walikufa na nini? Are there other ways that we can be able to influence? Kwani hao hawezi toka kwa hizo ofisi na sisi tuna organize to organize when tutaingia huko kwa ofisi ndio tuweze kuinfluence policy? Are there better ways?
Of course there are better ways, and last year tuliona some of the very good innovative ways of engaging with the stakeholders. Tuliona the young people wakijaza social media na maneno ya governance. Maneno haijawahi onekana ever before. Juu mbeleni tulikuwa tunajua public participation ni zile baraza za chief akiitana. Una understand? Yes. Lakini last year watu come up na their own safe spaces or unique spaces yenye kama sisi young people our space ni social media. Hiyo ndio yenye tulijaribu kutumia engaging with these stakeholders, especially our wabunges, because our wabunges ndio walikuwa wanashikilia ni either yes ama no. Unaona? Another way of engaging with these stakeholders that really amazed me last year hii salamu. Salamu ilikuwa one of the best ways ya kuonyesha mbunge wenyu au watu wako wamekuambia hawataki uvote yes. And it happened. Lakini sasa also complementing our traditional ways of engaging with stakeholders. People like me who are in the civic space, nilikuwa one of those people, unasikia mimi nikijiita a community organizer. Mimi nilikuwa one of those people wa kuorganize watu wa area yangu, kuambia hii finance bill inasema hivi na hivi na hivi. Kutengeneza
civic education.
Yes, kutengeneza memo, tunaweza tengeneza memo in this manner, mkiweka kenye nyinyi mnase. You understand? Mimi nilikuwa wale watu wa kuambia sasa procedure tunaendanga hivi. Kitu next yenye kutoka hapa ni hivi. By the time people were going to the streets, I am telling you, watu walikuwa wameexhaust the what I like to call civic ways of engaging. All right? Watu walikuwa wameexhaust easy means zote za ku reach to these relevant stakeholders.
Maybe I ask you, Mr. John, as what he said, they did also civic education, and somehow did we harvest some quick wins from all that? I'm seeing there's a civic education part. At least I've seen him, I've heard him saying that there was quite big numbers of young people trying to educate each other online. But at the policy level, what do we need to do? Because actually in this National Assembly, we have the majority of young people. You're saying you're also organizing young people. So is it the issue of the young people, or we have issues when those people get there, their brain freezes and they cannot work? Do we have small wins, and how can we solve to get the policy done well?
Yes, we had some win. Unfortunately, it came at a cost, where young people, some of the young people lost their lives. But we had some wins to showcase that Kenya can be united. The protests that happened last year and also this year, it was very organic. No one paid me. I felt like coming out and protesting and calling out the government to be accountable, to end corruption. Now, that is the win that we had, that actually we can speak in one language. We can have a national agenda if we wanted to have as a people. But also, again, civic education is very key. To inform our people to have the knowledge of governance. It's very key. Because I remember last time we went for a public participation at the county level, and the form of the public participation was not how it was supposed to be. But majority of the people didn't understand that.
Yes.
It was just a small group of people who did that, who understood. Wakasimama wakaanza ku complain. Do you know the rest of the people were just looking at this small group when wanajaribu kuambia government that you need to engage us in this manner. So if the people had knowledge of how to conduct public participation, then ingekuwa much better even to hold these leaders to account. Let's talk about policies. We have the best policies.
Yes.
Especially your youth. The only problem, kitu inaitwa implementation. Even right now, the issue that we are fighting for at the national level is the implementation of the Constitution.
Who does the implementation?
It is our leaders. We need to have the rightful people in this position.
What is the mission of the rightful leader?
Now, that is a discussion that we need to have.
Yes.
Some people will say that there's a problem with the nature of how political parties are being formed.
Yes.
Because you'll find that you, as James, you want to have a political party, be the chairperson, and be the presidential candidate. You cannot have your cake and have it, right? So it is good for me and KR to form a political party and endorse you, James, as what? A presidential candidate. That party doesn't belong to you. It belongs to the people. All right? But how we form political parties, look at the majority of the political parties. Hata hizi zenye ziko in power. Ni ya mtu binafsi. And I'll give you an example. I was a member of Jubilee. When Uhuru Kenyatta came out of power, Jubilee went down. Look at ODM. So how we form these political parties. Another thing, culture. How do we put our leaders into these leadership positions? They need to have money. Tuliambiwa juzi kuwa presidential candidate, how much do you need? For who? If it is not for us to come and bribe us. Why do mtu mmoja anatoa hiyo pesa yote wapi? 1.8 billion for 3 days.
For 3 days.
Unatoa wapi hiyo pesa yote? Na unaispend kwa kina nani if not the people? So also we need to change our culture on how we put our leaders into this position. And that is why the other day Maraga came to the national platform and articulated these issues. But there was a proposal he was putting across. That him as a presidential candidate, he has 2 million from his pocket. Hiyo ingine hiyo 1.8 ama 1.78 billion
tujaze.
Sisi ndo tutajaza. And actually after how many days watu walikuwa wameembrace how much? Quite a good number. Yeah. Almost 10 million.
Yeah.
So it can be done. We can change. Even right now, those people who are planning to vie for this position, this is my personal opinion. They need to have a website where they're fundraising. 6 months to the election, they need to close those websites for fundraising so that we can hold them to account. Hizi pesa uli raise aje? Can we trace?
As you're saying, I'm quite understanding. Unasema vizuri. We have policies which are not implemented. We have even the campaign funding.
Yes, exactly.
And everything exactly. That. So how are we going to organize ourselves to bring the proper implementation, to bring good leaders? Is it a good leader lazima akuwe ni kijana? Maybe we've seen this season, we've seen what young people are doing. Yeah. So how do we organize ourselves? Then John has raised a very pertinent question, saying about political party.
Yeah.
We saw someone by the name Kebaso Morara. Alikuja na inject party kidogo wave, alafu hiyo maneno ikaisha, vijana
party.
Then vijana walisema we are leaderless, we are partyless, and we are what? Can that still work here to be able to influence the policy at the end?
Before hata ni guzi what you've tajad, kuna a very big win yenye Bwana Moshauri kidogo wasahau. bana tuliangusha a whole finance bill.
Yeah, that was
Do you know how powerful it is? Wabunge walienda wakavote yes. Na hii sitawahi sahau kuwakumbusha. Wabunge wetu walienda kwa parliament wakavote yes. A couple of days later after protest, nyuma ya president akisema no, wako hapo wanapiga makofi. You understand? These are the same, yani tuangalie the mentality of those people who are currently in parliament.
Yes.
And I agree with you. Our current parliament, the 13th, sindio?
Yes.
Is the youngest we've ever had.
Yes.
In terms of age, one of the youngest parliaments ever. Lakini ndio wanafanya hii Kenya saa hii tunauma ndimu mbaya sana. You understand? Tukikuja kwa the question at hand ya the political parties and young people in leadership, lazima tu understand kitu moja. Leadership na age ni vitu mbili zenye hazicorrelate. Age yupe amse experience. Haimpatiange leadership skills, you are not built as a leader juu ya ati uko na miaka mingi. No. Na pia hapa kwa ile yenye wanasemanga wisdom comes with age, ni wisdom ya kutoka kwa experience. Una understand? So currently mimi kitu yenye hata nina feel hii Kenya yetu in terms of the political aspect of it, tungefaa kukuwa na a system where, and not even a system, a culture where young people are coming are showing leadership skills. Wanaonyesha mimi niko na nia na taki ya kuserve in the public service as a politician. Kwa nini huyu young person asinachariwa kutoka mapema? You understand?
Yes.
Lakini wenye tuko nao the young people ni mtu mwenye kama kwetu. I love using my area as a very good example. Mbunge wa kwetu alikuwa anauza mayai. Alright? Alikuwa anauza mayai. Watu wakamuonea huruma, akajiita mtoto wa single mother, tukampa kura. Alafu akaingia bungeni kwenda kuongea lugha ya bunge. Sio lugha ya wananchi. Juzi nimesikia a politician, a very famous one, kwa sababu fame na politics Kenya ndio zinaambatana, alright? Akisema that watu wakae na hii serikali, iwape pesa, and that looking at the mentality of the current people in parliament today,
Yes.
it is disappointing.
Yes.
Hawezi niambia ati the only way unakuja kutetea serikali yenyu saa hii yenye imekuwa leading this nation for the past 2.5 years, the only way unaweza kuja kuniconvince ni wavotie the next term ni ukuje uniambia hapana, nitukue watoto wa janja, tukae na serikali inatupea pesa. Unaona the mentality of the current people in parliament, it's regressive. Sijui kama tunapatana.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is it possible that we need to clean the entire system for us to occupy those seats and to be able to influence the policies?
Thank you very much. Yeah, it is very possible. I'm very passionate about one specific state department within the government.
Yes.
And that is the National Youth Council. The National Youth Council, if I take you back, how it came by, it was after the 2007 general election, the violence that happened in 2007. Those people, wale watu walikuwa wanatumika sana kufanya hii violence, ilikuwa vijana. So serikali ya Kibaki ikaona how can we harness hii energy hawa vijana na kuwaleta kwa meza ya serikali. Ikasemekana wakuwe na department yao under the Ministry of Youth.
Yeah.
NYC, I can tell you, the last time ilifanya election, it was 12-13 years ago.
Ilikuwa 2013.
2013.
Yeah.
Your time nilikuwaga in my early 20s. So can you imagine the discrimination that the people in my age tumepelekwa until saizi tunatoka kwa age bracket ya kuwa youth. Hatujawahi patiwa your right ya kuvote in youthful leaders. Na hii space, hii state department ni kuwa craft our youthful leaders to take part now in the national governance.
Yes.
You get?
Yeah.
And that is why right now we are pushing for election, ndo waweze kupatiwa nafasi, waingize kichwa tu kwa serikali, wapatiwe machinery za serikali, tuone venye watabehave. Na wakuwe mentored. Ndo come general election 2027, these are the same people we want them to vie for these national positions.
Yeah.
So is it possible? Yes, it is possible. Because we have laws in place to allow young people to be in leadership. But unfortunately, as my brother before to ingia hapa kaniambia, wale wazee wanatuambianga we follow the right channel to articulate our issues. But one thing that we do not understand is they know how to circumnavigate around it, how to manipulate the system against us. But either way, we are going to follow the right channels, we are going to use the laws, and surely we are going to have the rightful young people in position.
Rightful young people in position to be able to influence policies.
Yes.
So we are hoping if young people take up leadership and take power, protest zitaisha. Policies zitakuwa implemented.
Sasa unaona venye umesema vizuri.
I want you to tell me as you give me your parting shot.
Yes. As we conclude, na umephrase so beautifully. The problem we have right now, si ati hatuna policies poa. Policies zetu superb. Constitution yetu mzuri sana. Kuimplement hizi vitu ndio inakuwa kizungumkuti. Una understand? Na I wish yani those who are going to be elected in 2027. Na hii mimi kazi yangu kubwa ni ya kueducate wananchi. Mtu mwenye mtachagua 2027 and years after that, wacha ikuwe ni mtu mwenye anajua Kenya anaenda kufanya hapo. Tunachaguanga tu random people, anga wangoko, anga wama. You understand? Na hajui Kenya anaenda kufanya hapo. As my parting shot, I want to give two statements.
Yes.
He has said it very beautifully. The people in the government right now, the people who have been in this system, tell us to use proper channels to navigate, to engage, because they know how to manipulate these channels.
Yes.
And you know what I believe in, truly? The revolution that started last year is not about tribe this, tribe that, is not about class this, class that. It's about changing the way our systems work, to make sure those systems work. Secondly, to any young person out there who has ana feel ndani yake akona leadership qualities, akona leadership skills, begin the mission and the means will come. Sai unaweza jiambia hauna hauna any ya kufanya, hauna ya kuingia into siasa, but begin the mission. Anza na watu wenyu, neighbors wako, waambie hivi na hivi na hivi, hii ndio manifesto yako, and itajipa tu eventually.
Yes. Mr. John amesema jitume, tokezea, utapata. Sijui what's your parting shots?
Bana, hapa ni from protest to policies.
Yes.
And my parting shot is especially this particular moment, hata sifiki 2027.
Yes.
Nataka hii NYC election. Nataka young people wachukulia hii NYC election very seriously, that it is an opportunity for them to be in leadership. Sawa sawa. You remember during the Gen Z, they were leaderless. It is true, they were leaderless. Hata saizi JMO utoke useme atu unaongelea youth. They'll ask you unaongea on behalf at what capacity?
Yes.
Unaniget? But when they occupy this National Youth Council, now watakuwa wanaongelea vijana, wako na hiyo authority. Sawa sawa. And that is what we want. And we hope that those people who are going to be in these positions, watakuwa watu wamechaguliwa na wananchi, si watu wamekuwa na serikali. So it is up to them. And also NYC is the official channel for the young people to participate in policy formulation.
Yes.
So let them take up this challenge and be leaders that we are looking for.
Thank you very much. We had a very beautiful conversation, and I hope we had much time to engage on this. But I also want to welcome our viewers and our listeners to our next episode. Wakuwa na to follow, tukuwe na conversation kama hizi, najua tutakuwa tuna platform ya kueducate vijana. So stay here at Okoa Uchumi podcast, where we have such awesome and great conversation. I'm your host, James Mongai. Kwaheri.